Heard that. Was I supposed to hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
We are not Catfish and Cornbread.
This is Catfish and Cornbread. Hello, everybody.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like it's been so long since we have fellowship together in the form of Catfish and Cornbread. So, apologies, schedules, life, things happen. But we're back, better and blessed and ready to bicker back and forth.
Yeah, well, we
Maybe
had
a little alliteration there.
Yeah, we had a COVID scare right when we were supposed to be getting ready to do the bracket stuff and all that. So we were scheduled that night, and then we had to end up calling off because my son had gotten sick, and we were waiting on a test, which fortunately came back negative.
And that was the same time that I got my first
vaccine,
right
around that. Yeah, right
and
around
I
that.
also got sick.
Yeah, so
the next day. Yeah.
But speaking of March Madness, man, how's your bracket doing?
Where's that? I got a bad feeling about this.
You need some intro?
Yes, I need some
I got a bad feeling about this.
That would answer how my bracket is going.
That is your bracket?
Michigan lost last night. So I'm done for because I had them winning it all. And so I like Coach Howard, Jawan Howard. Those boys get after it, and they all do. But I have felt like all year watching basketball, Michigan, they just, they literally played a complete game in most cases.
Wait a minute, now Michigan played a complete game?
In most cases, all season.
Oh, I got you.
But they lost yesterday, or last night rather, and I couldn't bear to watch it anymore. So I just went to bed. I get too involved.
You went to sleep on them?
And it's because I get too involved. As a basketball fanatic, player, prowess, superb athlete that I am, my flaw is that I become connected in these games, and it probably causes my blood pressure to go up. So it's just easier for me to just, I know what's going to happen. Like, they're going to lose. It doesn't
just
even
accept
matter
it and move on, huh?
if they miss a free throw, miss a shot at the end, down by 20. They're going to lose. So I just need to go to bed. So that's what I do.
And insert phrase, go to sleep on them. That's how that started. You went to sleep on me.
Yes, I did. Literally, I went to sleep.
Well, we're doing brackets at our school. And as you know, my wife works there.
Right.
And the way it sits right now, if Gonzaga wins, she wins the school bracket. However, I'm hanging on by a thread because if Houston can knock off Baylor and Gonzaga not win the championship, then I win the bracket. So I think we need to focus on the first thing, which is how competitive are the Wildses? I mean, let's be real.
Uber.
I mean, let's just be real. We top three, guaranteed. There's another scenario where somebody else could win, but we're two in the top three. The Wilds are representing this year.
The Wilds refuse to lose.
Just so you know, I took a long shot. All right, I thought Virginia, given the way they looked and because they weren't able to play, I thought they would survive the first round, they would get back to practicing, and then they would be able to make a run. Well, I was wrong. Yeah. And I had Virginia winning the entire thing. So if that shows you how well I had to do across the board to get Houston back up to have a shot. Now, I was helped with a lot of people picking a lot of one way. And so my Houston pick really kind of kept me in it, I think, is because nobody really seen that coming other than me.
Because you're the only one.
Yeah, well, I'm the only one. I'm obviously the only one who can have their winner lose in the first round and still have an opportunity to win.
Okay, maybe you're not the only one. Maybe the only one at your school in the bracket.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure.
But you're still sitting technically in third.
So. Oh yeah, I'm in third. I'm tied for third, but I have a shot to win. And so you focus on the wrong things.
Well, I'm just more
Mr. Superb Athlete. You're more of a realist, Mr. Superb Athlete, Mr. God's gift of basketball.
Absolutely. Thank you for noticing. In this situation, as it pertains to college basketball, I am more of a realist. You will not win the bracket.
Okay, mark it. Mark the tape, Ramona.
Yes, today is March 31st.
Mark the tape.
It is currently 4:43 p.m.
Yep.
I am telling you.
I'm not going to win because why?
Houston is going to lose. One. And no one.
I got a bad feeling about this.
You're going to have to edit that.
I ain't editing nothing.
Right.
No, I'll take it to the grave.
Well, you do that.
I'm not making a call.
But at this point, I don't know that there's anyone left in the field of four. We're in the final four now, right?
I think so.
No, none of those teams can beat Gonzaga. Is it Gonzaga or Gonzaga?
I think it's Gonzaga.
Okay.
But I wouldn't ask me on how to the correct
Because
pronunciation. I'd probably talk
The
to an English
Zags,
teacher.
people say the Zags, not the
I'd
Zogs.
probably talk to an English teacher about
Yeah,
how to
so I think
pronounce
it's
words.
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Gonzaga. But anyway,
Thank
you're wrong
you.
about that. You're 100% wrong about that.
About
There is
what?
one team that can beat Gonzaga, and they can do it consistently.
Themselves.
That's exactly right.
Oh, well.
So it doesn't matter who they play. It doesn't matter. They can beat themselves if they don't have a good night. Now they played some. I mean, I've watched them play some extremely. They probably played the best basketball so far, but
They're undefeated. They played the best basketball all year.
okay. I said so far, and you're upset because I didn't say all year.
Yes. Because I felt like so far just insinuates during the tournament.
Well,
That was my interpretation.
fair
Sorry.
enough, but fair enough. But that's what I was talking about because that's when I start watching college basketball. So I don't know anything about it.
Oh, I didn't know that
So-
you watch college basketball outside the tournament.
No, I don't.
That wasn't. Oh,
Yeah, I don't watch it. I'm saying so far. That's my point. It's like
Okay.
that's the way I meant it. So it's fine that you understood that way, but it still means all year so far. We agree.
sure.
Okay, right. That's my point.
Capiche.
You get mad at me, and we agree. All
I'm-
right. So anyway, so we get to this point, and you've been a part of a lot of good teams, right? They all stumble. And the question is, can they survive the stumble? The problem that I've got is I haven't seen them stumble in this tournament. Now, everybody talks about how good they've been all year. If that stumble comes, and it's coming, if it ain't got here yet, it's coming. Nobody's perfect. Nobody plays to it. Everybody has that bad night. And they can't survive it. I would think the least likelihood of them surviving it would be in the Final Four or on. So I still like my odds. I'm not disagreeing with you. I definitely think if you had to pick if I was in Vegas sticking odds, they would definitely be the shoe-in. And I think Houston's a long shot. But again, did you have Houston where they're at now?
I did not.
Well, I did, sir. So read it and weep, mark the tape. This is when I'm going to lose. Everybody hear it.
Yeah, when you're going to lose.
Yeah,
That's great.
that's what you said. That's right. Yeah, mark the tape. That way
Yeah.
we'll review it.
That'll be fun.
We may insert it. I'm getting pretty good at the setting thing. I can insert
I
it
know
in
you are.
there. So
Really straight up Geek Squad in the most complimentary way possible.
And then I worked all last week in our last one. We didn't even promote it. I didn't even send it out because I got so ticked because it said intertitle text. I don't know what happened to my original words where it says Catfish and Cornbread, but it said intertitle text on YouTube, and it made me so upset because that's not you think that'd just be like a 5-minute fix.
Right.
Oh no,
It wasn't?
No.
Did
Not
you
after
figure it out?
Well, I could figure it out. I had it figured out beforehand. I thought I'd entered it. I don't know why it didn't. I must have done something like backed up or didn't realize I deleted it. And I'll know now to check it before I do. But the point is, after you get that thing converted to upload and get it in the right format and get it into the right places, you got to go all the way back
To the beginning, basically.
Yeah, basically, you almost got to start over. And I didn't want to do that. So
I understand.
I didn't. And that's the reason why, though, it hadn't got many views because, like I said, we didn't promote it very well. I thought it was a good episode, though. So I think people will catch on to it. But I was just so aggravated with it.
Yeah, that makes
So
sense.
anyway, so that's March Madness right there.
Yeah, you spoke about Vegas if you were betting in Vegas.
Oh, I know something that's going on in Vegas here shortly.
Yes, I'm
Is
thrilled.
Vegas ready? Is the question. Is Vegas ready for what's about to go down?
I am going to answer that and say absolutely not.
No, they're not ready. They are not ready in Vegas, are
So my brother is getting married in May, and on May 15th, me, my brother, along with his 17 other friends, close friends, are going to grace Las Vegas with our presence.
I got a bad feeling about this.
This is the killer today, baby.
It's so funny. We all grew up together. I mean, from childhood to now, we all grown up together, went to school together, church, the whole shebang. So it's really funny. So my brother started this group text with the people that are going to Vegas, and the other night he wrote in the group that I will serve as everyone's bodyguard. And I was like, no, I'm not. And in fact, that's
I bet you didn't say no.
I did say no.
You just said no?
I just said no because
Just say no. I feel like a Nancy Reagan just dare at it.
It became comical to me because I'm the youngest in this group. And
well, you're pretty well put together, though.
I am, but most of them are also larger than I am.
Well, I mean, I'm not necessarily talking about physically. You're pretty well put together, but I'm talking about like also, I would say like in the place you are in life and how you handle things. Yes,
and that's what they said. And actually, one of our friends said, and he calls me Coach Brown, which is even more funny to me. It's like, Coach Brown, it's because you're the teacher in the group. Like you're the one that has to keep us under control.
They don't know some of the teachers I know.
Listen. It's like, listen, you're adults, okay? You are adults. So I mean, I'll make sure like you're not gonna be in harm's way, but at the end of the day, listen.
If the train's coming, we'll get you off the track.
Yeah.
You just better hope I'm there.
Right. You're a grown man.
Yeah.
Like, do you? But I am looking forward to it. I think it will be a fun time. It will definitely be an interesting trip, to say the least.
Well, you know, they say, you know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas is what they say. But I don't know if I believe that.
Well, I'm sure there are some things that happen in Vegas that stays in Vegas, which is, have you ever seen The Hangover?
So if I understood it correctly, if I go and lose $700 when I come back, that's just going to be in Vegas. I'm really not going to have lost that money. I don't think that works that way.
Well, no, I think you just don't have to talk about it. So you'll just leave the loss there. So if you bring it up, then yeah, you're going to bring it with you.
Norm Macdonald does a funny bit about that. Y'all need to watch it, but I'm not going to repeat it.
Don't repeat it. Yeah, and don't like. I'm not a big gambler, anyways.
What in the world is wrong with you?
Nothing. Other than
you don't gamble. You don't.
No, not a quarter, nickel, dime, penny. I'm not making bets. $1.
All right, let's bet. I'll bet you $20 Houston beats Baylor.
No. Why can't we just say I bet you Baylor beats Houston? Why do we have to put?
All right, bet me $20 that Baylor beats.
I just said to you I don't gamble.
I know.
But Baylor is going to beat Houston.
I just feel like, I mean, there was a wise saying once. It's an old Chinese proverb. I don't know if you ever heard it. It says, "Put your money where your mouth is, sucker."
Okay.
You ever heard that one?
I have. I don't know if it's a Chinese proverb.
It's a Chinese proverb. Just trust me.
Either way.
But anyway.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that I just feel like I work too hard for my money to piss it away.
Well,
somewhat.
Then let's be real.
Or take the risk.
If you're so sure, then it ain't really doing that.
I am sure.
Well, then.
But no one can ever be like 100% sure. I'm 99% sure.
Okay, so if you make the bet, let me tell you how this works. I'm gonna teach you how to gamble. Okay, we're gonna make you smarter. Make our listeners smarter if you want to gamble. Okay,
all right, thank you.
If you're certain on how you set your odds, 99% sure. Mm-hmm. That means you make the bet, right? All right. So the odds just have to be better than 99 to 1 for you to be good. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So I'm giving you even money. I'm giving you 1-to-1 odds, $20 straight up. Houston wins. So that means if you make the bet 100 times, you win it 99 times. You win 99 20s, and you lose it one time.
Right.
And so that's how you gamble. Everybody's confused. They think Vegas wants to take all your money. Vegas makes their money on the juice. They don't care how much they just want you playing. No, the juice is like, so if we were to bet like a money line, say I were to take it straight up.
Okay.
And I bet $20, I would only win like $17.50. All right. Vegas wants that $2.50.
Okay.
They win either way. They set the odds. The odds are always set where there's a spread right in the middle that they get. That's how they pay the light bill. All right. Now, if you're going to play slots and stuff like that, again, the games are not designed to skin you. They're designed to shear you. They want you coming back and they want you to have a good time. Most people just don't understand how to correctly do it. Most, like if they go gamble, for instance, like if you don't understand how much you're betting versus how much you got to bet to stay about even, each game has an odds that if you play the numbers on it a while, it's going to take money from you. All right. But it's not going to take everything. Like if you go bet, say you're betting a $5 minimum at a blackjack table.
Or roulette.
Okay,
like that
roulette.
game.
If you're gonna bet like $1 minimum at roulette, all right, and you bet a $10 slide, you're gonna have to have $250, $300 with you. All right, and if you keep playing that whole time, the odds will say that you will lose. Now, if you play that $300, you're probably gonna walk away with $250. Right, but you got to keep playing. That's the trick.
Right.
You can't. Most people will play like $100. They'll go up to it. They'll go up to like a $5 blackjack table. They'll put $100 out. In 20 hands, they're down 50. They get up and walk away. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so you got to give yourself an opportunity to let the odds kick in. Like if you play basic strategy blackjack at a table, the odds say that against the house you're a 49.5% dog. In other words, they're going to take 50 cent. I might have said that wrong. They're going to take 50 cent out of every 100.
Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like if you play basic strategy. Now, any one given time, you may catch it on the downslope, or you may catch it on the upslope where you win $400 or $500. But you got to understand how to bet it and how to play it. And most people are not willing to put enough money up there who are anti, quote unquote, gambling.
I'm not anti.
I know, but I'm just saying that's what most people do. Like, oh my gosh, I got to do it. And they lose $100, and it's like they don't have the wherewithal to like, hey, no, I got to play this thing out for another 300 or 400.
Yeah, if I lose 10, I'm out.
No, that's what I'm saying. And see, they'll just take your $10, put it in their pocket, and go.
Yeah, that'll be fine with me. Well, I'm not going to gamble, so it doesn't really matter.
You gonna play some roulette now?
I'm not.
Here's what you do. You ready? Go put $5 on black. All right. If you lose, put $10 on black. If you lose, put $20 on black. If you lose, put $40 on black. And then when black hits, you'll double up your money. Just keep doing that. Don't do it with 5 though. Do it with 100.
Thank you.
And that
I'm
way,
not gambling.
I'm telling you,
I will.
it's foolproof. All you got to do is
I
avoid
will
a
share
green.
your advice with the guys who will be gambling, which would be all of them except me.
You just got to avoid a green after like 20 rolls, and you can double up.
Okay. What does avoid a green mean?
You got to avoid the 0 and double 0 on the roulette table because you're betting black or red. That's how they make their money. It's 50-50, except for the green. The green's what set the odds on that favor. So they pay you 2-1 because they know they're going to win whenever it hits green because you're not going to win either one of those bets. So if you can avoid the long shot,
so maybe I'll play roulette once.
Or go $10.
At the Bellagio.
Go like $25 and double it every time you lose, and bet a nickel or $5 on the green. If you got a single green or double green, I think you can go. I think it pays 13-1. I can't remember. It's been a long time since I did that. The best night I ever had at a roulette table.
In Vegas?
No, I was in. I've never been to Vegas.
Never?
No. When we go to Vegas, me and Amber kind of made a pact. Not that we wouldn't go to Vegas, but when we go to Vegas, it's going to kind of be us, and we're gonna live it up.
Go big.
Yeah, we're going big. So we've never been at a point financially. We've tried to line some things up, and I'm probably, I don't know. I would say like I'm better than most financially when I talk about my discipline, but I'm not as good as I should be. You know what I mean? And so we've made up our mind when that trip goes, that's all bets are off. So we're hoping like maybe when our house gets paid off or something like that, we're gonna really go and go hard. But we were in the Bahamas. Did I just say Bahamas? Mm-hmm. Okay, I didn't mean to say Bahamas. We were in the Bahamas, and we stayed at a resort that had a casino right down the ocean. Okay. And so we would walk down, and I would gamble in the morning, and then come by and pick me up a Cuban cigar from the guy selling them right there on the.
Did you win?
I would say we had set numbers, and this is when I was starting to figure out the whole thing about odds. So we had set numbers, and I would say we probably broke even on the trip, but it was because of the last night. Amber had a really good night at 3-card poker, and I had a really good night at roulette. Okay. And I was already out of my money, and she kept winning and winning and winning and winning in 3-card poker, and I was just pinching off her at that point. And I went to the roulette table, and man, somebody's like, "How's this game work?" And I was like, "It's real easy. You just bet on a number." And so I was like tossing, like playing quarters, and they were landing. And I've always bet black eight every time I'm at a roulette table. The only time I didn't bet it hit. And so I said to them from that point on, I always bet black eight. 8 was my football number in college.
I would go with red.
No, 8 was my football number in college, and it's so I always bet black 8. And it hit in 6 spins. It hit twice.
And you didn't bet either time?
No, I bet it that time. We were in Tunica when I didn't bet it. Okay. And I was running low, and I was betting zeros. And I always bet, and I didn't bet the black 8, and it hit. And
can you just say a color without the number?
Yeah, you can bet red or black. That's what I was going to tell you to do. Bet black, and as long as you avoid green, and every time you lose, if it lands red, just double the bet.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So if you're doing $100, let's say you're going to take $1,000 to gamble. All right, you put $100 on black. Then all you need to happen is to hit a streak where you don't hit 10 reds in a row or nine reds and one green, and you could double your money. You know what I mean? But you also, well, that's not true. 1, 3, 6. So you basically have 3 bets. All right, if you're betting $100, so you need to bet about $20, you know. And what you do is you just let it double, and you keep rolling with it till it doubles, and try to avoid that green. And then eventually, if you've got the nerve to sit there, I mean, because think about it, if you bet 100, first bet's 100, next one's 200, next one's 400, next one's 800. So you got to have enough nerve to sit there and put $800 down. You know what I mean?
I don't have those nerves.
Yeah, and I understand, and that's what I'm saying. You don't start with 100, you start with 20 or 10. So you put 10 down. If that don't work, you put 20. If that don't work, you put 40. But eventually, you know, it'll work. It'll hopefully work in your favor until you catch the time you catch that green. Then you shake the guy's hand, tell him good job, and walk off.
Thank you. Thank you for
gambling advice. Gambling advice.
Clay.
That's what we want to teach people, how to gamble around here.
You. That's we. I'm here too.
Yeah, you
Sorry.
I appreciate you selling me out.
You're
You're a good friend.
Not.
I'm gonna tell you what. You're a great friend to sell me out like that right here in front of everybody.
Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Catfish and Cornbread.
Yeah, man, and don't be afraid to check out some of our other videos. We're available on YouTube or on Anchor at Catfish and Cornbread.
And you can always email us at catfishandcornbread34
at gmail.com.